Hi, everyone. Welcome to the first episode of this podcast of mine. My name is Lo-Fi. I'm a filmmaker and a robot, along with an artist, too. Um, I'm more or less making this to just more or less have a way to express myself, a way to share projects and what I've been up to as a way of writing a production journal or a diary. So, oh, I'm already creating something for me to edit later. Maybe I'll just keep this in. So, it is 9:51 and it is very late. I just have a quick little setup here for this first episode. So, diving into the first episode, I would like to share a small little personal event that happened in my life. Um, I was recently heartbroken. Again. Um, Long story short, some feelings have more or less rekindled with a previous lover of mine, and they did not feel the same way, and which that was okay. They had described their thought process and their feelings, and in a way, it was a very enlightening thing. Um, Also, to a degree, I somewhat felt like we had bonded a little bit closer as people, as friends, and as much as it still hurts inside for me, I know I'll get over it, and we're still friends at the end. The interesting thing too is that I guess we are still friends. I was incredibly worried that things would be weird afterwards, that this individual wouldn't want to be my friend anymore. Because hey, I like you. Well, that sucks. I don't like you back. This might be a little bit awkward. Let's keep the space. And while there's definitely going to be room for me to want space to process my emotions, it's nice to see that I'm still wanted, I suppose. So, that's probably the biggest emotional event in my life right now. Um, but I hope he's doing okay. If you're watching this, I hope you're doing okay. And if you're out there and you feel as though like you are unloved, well, there's bound to be somebody out there. And admittedly, the more you love yourself, the more people will gravitate towards that, because I'm sure you're a really cool person that deserves all the love that you would want. Um, but enough of that. I totally forgot what was the next thing I had. What was the next thing I had? Um, yeah, okay, I've been busy. If you know me, then you know how busy I get. Oh, I forgot. I was gonna have this microphone as a prop. If you know me, then you know how busy I get with everything. I am constantly working, or at least working on some form of passion project, and it's a lot. I don't have a lot of time for games unless it's for specific people, and so, what have I been working on as of late? Well, for work, I've been working for Aperture, and I have been working with them for the past about 4-ish years now. Um, no, probably more than that, actually. Um, and recently, we're creating a cool little commercial. I don't have much engagement in this commercial particularly, and I think by the time that this video is out, it might be up already. Um, if not, then I'll just keep it on the down low. But it's a cool commercial. The only thing I'm really doing is helping out with the effects. So I am like just screen replacing, which is fairly easy, and then I'll be doing some motion tracking for this cool hologram. At least I think it's a hologram, or it's some form of doohickey involving tracking something. Um, let's see. And then a lot of small things too. We just recently finished a back to set episode, and it's an episode that I've been working on since last year, 2023, and it's finally done. It is absolutely, oh my goodness, it's finally done. um, and then a lot of organizing too, a lot of just small bits here and there. Working with Amran too on some montages and prep work for NAB and for Vid Summit. So really small things that kind of build up over time. Then there's also I'm working with Clinton Jones, aka Punisher, aka the guy, the cool dude, one of the cool dudes from Corridor Digital slash the Freddy U rocket jump era of YouTube filmmaking, and that's pretty cool. I every time I talk with him, I'm just like, "Hi, you're like my hero from the indie world. This is so cool." He's such a cool dude. Recently, I think like we had made our fourth video together for his YouTube channel, and it was an all renders challenge. I'm sorry, no, I'm getting ahead of myself. It was a oh, what was it? It was a YouTube integration for Honkai Star Rail. So that was pretty cool. A quick edit was needed, and we've had so much practice together just editing some stuff that like we got this done in like a day and a half, so that was pretty sweet. And then the next thing was a 3D render challenge. I already made the announcement video for him back in I think February, which I have a fun story about that. So, in this announcement video, here he is saying, "Hey guys, we have this cool challenge coming up, and we have all of these different sponsors, like funding this project. This is going to be really cool. If you're in first place, you win this. Third place wins that, and then even the first 100 people get to win this. Pretty cool, pretty sweet." He also, at the end of the video, goes into like the rest of the year, like what is the schedule for the rest of the year. And I think it was something in August or September that I wrote down something interesting. So again, think like lower thirds of a frame. Where's my frame actually? So like think lower thirds of a frame, like, oh hey, here's March and April, here's like May, June, August is somewhere over there. And he has most of it planned out, but he doesn't have everything yet. So I'm just waiting for like this schedule to be announced, and I'm just like creating like a template. Hey, here's the template so far, and then we'll modify it later. I put down like, I don't know, like gay stuff, literally just like quote gay stuff, or homosexuality is in, or whatever. And then I guess I forgot to change it, so I sent it. I exported the whole video and sent it to him, and he's like, "Oh, cool! Yeah, really awesome video. Yeah, here's a few notes. This thing could be adjusted. That thing could be adjusted. Also for the schedule. Oh man, August is gonna be such a wild month, and I completely forgot about it. So I'm just like, what are you talking about?" I go over to the schedule. Oh, oh shit. Oops. Oh man. He's great. He's awesome. Uh, I he's got a great sense of humor, so that was awesome. But all that to say, so that render challenge that was announced has finally wrapped up, and now I'm creating this giant montage for him. He had did most of the heavy lifting for that project anyways, but most of what I was needed for was like little lower third name graphics. The interesting thing though was the timeline's like over 3 hours long, and After Effects or anything Adobe for that matter just cannot seem to handle um creating or exporting something that's longer than like an hour. So that was pretty much it. And I didn't end up actually joining the 3D challenge. I really wanted to, because it's like, oh man, here's a cool template for me to like force myself to practice on something. But just ran out of time. February and March just, God, it's already the end of March. It's crazy. Um, yeah. But hey, I'm making a donut and modifying VR chat models, so that's a start into 3D, I suppose. But all that to say, so working with Clint, I'm also working on this short film for my friend Matt, and it's called Dinero Aborto. I don't know how to speak Spanish. I haven't downloaded it yet. But the interesting about this short film is, one, it's an actual narrative, and I have finished my previous short film with Alec, with Petunia, and this one is all done in Spanish. Again, I don't know Spanish, so it was really interesting to see more or less like 2 to 3 scenes, more or less one location, that's just about a family arguing and debating, and how do I find like the beats of this movie with something that I don't necessarily understand. Now, granted, I had a script. I had both like an English script and the Spanish script, so it was relatively easy to put things together. It's just getting the feeling in there, and so there's bound to be a few notes that Matt will give me. But after that, then hey, that's another one done. There's also PB&J, which is this really interesting, almost like artful, it's a wildly different short film, drastically shorter as well, very montagey and incredibly punk in this unique, like, underground world. Visually, it is very stunning, and I'm excited to show off more of that stuff later. Lastly, circuit breakers. So, this is a big one for me. Um, oh, actually, you know what? Sorry, I'm gonna go back a little bit. Music is playing in the background, and I hope that my microphone doesn't pick it up. But, long story short, I got a ton of other small projects kind of just going. A lot of projects from like last year, 2023, even one or two from 2022 that I'm trying to wrap up, but we'll get there. Fuchsia, if you're watching this, thank you so much for your patience. And I know I've been slow, so here's to you and to Bunny as well. I remember Bunny. We're gonna get these projects done. There's also new projects that I do want to start as well, like cosplay related stuff or other helmets, but one thing at a time, I suppose, right? Um, Circuit Breakers is going to be the next drone. And if you guys don't know me, I made this short film while I was in college titled Drone. Two robot brothers that are stranded on a desert, and they must work together to survive the wilderness. It's like, I don't know, Short Circuit meets Mad Max. And there's only one human character in it. Just my kind of robot, I guess, story. But, the. Oh, no, 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 my back is. Oh, my goodness, oh no! The back of my head is falling off. Stop that. No, no, no. Okay. Apologies. So Circuit Breakers is going to be the next big thing for me, and it's going to be an online series, or if you will, a web series, but online series sounds cooler. And the interesting thing about this, if you will, show is it's going to be a very personal show. It's going to be essentially how I'm expressing myself. I love robots. As a fellow person who is LGBTQ, at least what you guys consider LGBTQ in this universe, I would love to express myself more in in a way, just what I know. I tend to be a workaholic, and I tend to specialize in life in like unique ways, and I feel like I could tell my story in a way that others can relate to as well. I do struggle with some form of self love, and there is a lot to unpack that I feel like, again, I could share with others and to kind of send a message saying, hey, you're not alone. I also just love the aesthetic of robots and the aesthetic of, oh my goodness, here are these robots kind of in like this casual world. And you look at bioatomics art, and that's more or less what I'm going for. Just what if all of us humans were actually just robots? That's the kind of fun that I would like to have more and to see more of as well. But to also bring a lot of magic into this too. So, what's the weirdness of science? If anything, Control has the game, Control has taught me just be weird. In like your story, your universe, how the world works. There's plenty of others that do that too. Honestly, Avatar is like a really good example of taking like this unique other take on fantasy, and it just works. So that is something that I will be working towards. And I think the next episode of this podcast will be probably more so a workshop type episode where I'm just like pondering unique ideas um, for like these characters, or maybe like the thought process of how am I going to build this out, or even the logistics. Like, how am I going to solve the logistics of here's 8 episodes, here's this, and here's that. I guess I should go into what is Circuit Breaker. So, like, it stars me, Lo-Fi, along with my friends Astro, Lux, D3, Kit, and probably a plethora of other characters. And so all of us are more or less wannabe artists. A lot of us have some form of creativity that we want to express ourselves through. We just don't really know how to do that. And the more we pursue these creative endeavors, the more things kind of get a little dramatic, and the more the universe might start breaking apart too. There's a lot of weird stuff that just happens. Think like Andor meets Scott Pilgrim meets New Girl. or Hell of a Boss. Think, I guess it's like if Hell of a Boss was more so about like robots, or if Andor had a more like day in the life or slice of life style show. That's kind of what I'm going for. I think that'd be a lot of fun. I think a lot of people can connect with that. Um, and hopefully, maybe I can inspire others to tell their story too. Um, which I don't. This might sound really bad of me or really weird of me to say, but there's like an element in which even my heartbreak I feel could be utilized for storytelling. I'm sure that sounds really weird. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. Write what you know. And right now I'm kind of feeling like this. And that could totally be incorporated, especially telling an LGBTQ story. You know, why not? Call Me by Your Name, one of the best movies ever. Or at least the one that just keeps entering my head as of late. But, um, yeah, so again, stay tuned because I will have lots and lots more about circuit breakers and other projects as well. Essentially, every week I'm planning to upload a new podcast, just updating you guys on what's been going on. Um, so if you enjoy this, if you have enjoyed this whole podcast so far, then consider liking, hitting that subscribe button, or I don't know where this is going. I don't know if this is going to be on YouTube or if it's going to be on some other platform. I do. Oh, I'm updating my website. So it'll probably be on Patreon, my website, and then some side channel on YouTube. Comment below. What do you think about all these projects so far? Are you excited for Circuit Breakers? Is there anything that you would find yourself. Wait, how do I phrase this question? How would you express yourself? What kind of art form would you take upon yourself to express what you desire and how you're feeling? And with that, I believe that's the end of this podcast. I don't have a title for it yet, but for those who have stuck around this long, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I hope you're having a beautiful day, and I know you are a beautiful person. And just keep on staying artsy, and we'll see you next time. Gosh, this is such a rough first episode, but I think it'll work out okay. No, I guess that's about it. My website's MozaicStudios. You can find that in the description, I suppose. Oh, here we go. I guess I can redo the opening. Maybe, but... Hey everyone, my name is Lo-Fi. I'm a filmmaker, artist, and in case you haven't noticed, a robot. Welcome to my podcast. This podcast is supposed to showcase. How's it going, everybody? My name is Lo-Fi, an artist, filmmaker, and in case you haven't noticed, a robot. And welcome to my podcast. This podcast is supposed to showcase the inner workings of a mind of an artist. AKA, I want to express myself and kind of update you guys on what's been going on in life while I'm working on a ton of other projects as well. So I'll be diving into the inner workings, AKA, like how I'm formulating these projects, what's been going on, and any struggles in the creation of these projects and the pursuit of art as well. So, if that sounds fun to you, then here is episode 1. That was pretty good. That was pretty decent. I'd say that was pretty sweet. This is just decaf. I would usually go for caffeination about this tall too, but alas, oh well. Where the heck is the straw?